Six teens arrested after disturbance at the Towson Town Center. Two Baltimore County councilmen told 11 News social media may have created what they called a flash mob type event at the mall, but social media may not be the only factor in what unfolded. And joining us now from Loyola University, Maryland, is Professor of Communications, Dr. Elliott King. Doc, thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
We spoke a little bit about this off camera. Just tell me, going through COVID, especially for a kid, for nearly, a year and a half or so, it has to have taken some sort of toll on them mentally.
I think it's taken a huge toll on them mentally, and I think we as adults have no idea what that toll really is. This is something that none of us have ever experienced when we were kids, so we don't have our own experience to fall back on to give advice. And in particular for college-age students, this generation had already been known for being very uncomfortable with face-to-face interaction, with talking on the phone, and those kind of issues. And being in the world of COVID has really exacerbated all that.
Sure. And it also seems like social media, it makes it so easy to not be face-to-face. Not even with the pandemic, it's easy to just sit in your room, close the door, and that's your face-to-face interaction, which can't be good.
Well, that's one of the big trends on social media in general over the past 10 or 12 years, that people pull back and live behind a screen. They feel more in control behind the screen. They could tailor what they say behind the screen. And there's a sense of comfort by communicating behind the screen, but it's just not as rich or as deep or as meaningful as face-to-face communication.
There's also some worry that without that face-to-face communication and then going on social media, that perhaps there's something there with some of the violence that we're seeing with young people. In fact, over in the Baltimore County Council, the council president was just saying that, all these kids, sometimes they get together, maybe even conspire on social media, and then that leads to something else. Do you think that there is some sort of interaction between the violence that we see now and then this isolation that has been occurring?
I think there's no doubt about it that when people are coming back into the world, that they're behaving in more aggressive ways than they have in the past on lots and lots and lots of different areas. The whole idea of airplane violence and, people being disruptive on planes, that's new. That traffic accidents, even though driving is down, traffic accidents are up.
Yeah.
So that's new. So I think there is a lot of, in that reemergence, tension or aggravation or lack of respect for other people who they have not been in touch with. The other thing is, and this has also been an issue in social media really since the beginning, is teenagers and young people live in a world that adults do not see. We have no supervision on it. We have no surveillance on it. We have no idea what's going on in those worlds. So those ideas of these spontaneous meetups and that kind of thing, at one, they seemed humorous, flash mobs. That was like a cool thing.
Yeah.
There's also always a downside to those cool things as well, or a potential downside anyway.
You bring a good point. Folks like me and you have outaged some of this, so we don't know what's going on, or we haven't experienced ourselves. So are there good practices for us if we do have a young person in our house that we should be either keeping an eye on or talking about when it comes to social media?
There are good practices. The problem is the good practice is good parenting practice. Sure. And taking the time to be a good parent, to talk to your child, to understand your child, and to try to get some insight into your child's life, which, by the way, even prior to social media, was extremely difficult to do. Right. That you get to be 11, 12, 15 years old. You don't want your parents prying into your life. But that's more important now than ever, because the area in which they can interact with people, which we have no insight into, is so much broader and so much wider and so much more dangerous, and so many more bad things can happen. And there's another real problem, I think, is we marvel at our children being quote unquote digital natives.
Yeah.
They're not. They're in as much an unknown world as we are. We can't yield to them. We can't say, oh, they know more about this than we do, they know nothing about it. And they are stumbling through it in the same ways that we're stumbling through it. And so we have to take the time to educate ourselves about it so we can help them navigate that world more appropriately and more safely.
Sure, we're all students of the game. That's Dr. Elliot King over at Loyola University of Maryland. Thanks so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. It was great talking to you.
You the same.